What's up, you guys? It is Mary,
Um, huh?
and today we are going to be talking about this lady who is suing Lyft. She is a plus size woman who
Mm,
is suing Lyft, I think, for denying her a ride. I'm not sure you have the details.
yes, that's exactly what happened.
Yeah,
It's I don't know if I said it's Amma here too,
you
but
did.
anyway, yes. So this is actually really close to my heart because I am also a plus size woman, and she looks to be about maybe almost 500 pounds or 400 plus. That's what she looks to me to be. Um, but yeah, the Lyft driver showed up. He was actually he explained to her, I guess his tires were not very good, and he felt her being in the car was gonna mess up his tires. And he was in a Mercedes, and when we looked up the weight that this Mercedes could carry, it was up to over 1,000 pounds. Okay, so her weight plus his weight is less than 1,000. So he should have been able to, and I did not even know that cars carry that much. But it's good to know that, oh, okay, my 300 plus pound can be carried in one of these cars. But yeah, I feel like he wasn't mean or anything like that. He explained to her the reason why, she insisted. She said, "Look, I have a friend whose car, I have been in a car like yours. I was fine. I was able to get in." And she also said, and the other thing too, I've even been in a car smaller than yours, and I was able to get in. And the driver was just like, "No,
That
no."
sucks.
And he said, you can call like a Uber XL. I guess those are bigger cars for big people. So, I mean, I get it. Some of the bigger cars, though, it's hard to climb up, especially if it's like, like one of those, what, SUVs, I guess you'll call them, or trucks. I always find it very difficult to kind of climb up those cars. Um, yeah, and I do understand sometimes when you're trying to get into one of these cars like that Mercedes, you're kind of like holding on to the door, and the car is moving as you are like trying to get in. And I am always self-conscious about that. I
Yeah.
just am. So I do understand where the driver was coming from, but I was very happy. She is suing also. I am actually happy about that because she made a very good point that maybe it is a good thing. Maybe it will be something that they can start doing where when you you ask, right, like how big the person is. I don't know if that would be like discrimination or something. That
Low-key
you can say, well,
discrimination.
okay,
Low-key.
right, or on your thing you put down like this car, I don't take anybody more than 400 pounds or something like that, right? Because then you, the person, you can look and realize when you see that car, you're like, oh, okay, this car is not for me. Maybe that's something that they should do because it saves us the embarrassment. Because nobody likes
Yeah.
that feeling. Nobody. It happened to me before when I was actually going to my doctor's. I use a cane, and I'm standing out there, and the car, I remember this red car comes, and I was like next to a cul-de-sac, and he goes around the cul-de-sac, comes, and my daughter Mary was like locking the door, so she wasn't really paying attention. And I'm standing there, and then the driver like kind of slows down as he sees me, and then puts down his window and scowls at me like as if to say, "How dare you call me?" like, and puts back up the window and then speeds off. And you're like, wait, isn't that the ride? I was like, yeah, let's just go back in and order another one. And I never told you what I was thinking, like, I am too fat, and that's why that happened. I just went inside, felt bad, and like, oh well, that happened.
That's sad
Um,
though.
but then
I mean,
the scowl too, it was
that
kind
was
of like,
also unnecessary. Like,
it
just
was
drive
not
off.
necessary. He had to put down his window and scowl at me and drive off. And yeah, when some of these things happen, I kind of use humor a lot of times, because if not, you would
Yeah,
just feel like
start
crap.
crying.
I was waiting outside of the grocery store and just like, I was in so much pain, bent over the cart, waiting for the Uber to come. And they came, stopped, looked at me, saw that I was the one, and drove off. So that has happened to me twice. Never has it happened where someone is explaining to me why I can't get in their car. Okay? But they have driven off. And I'm sure it has happened to many big people. I am sure it has happened to many people. So I am happy that she is suing. I am happy that she is bringing this front and center. Way to go. I am proud of you. I know it cannot be easy to have herself out there doing these interviews, having people comment. The comments have been brutal. They have been brutal, like, against her. They've just been brutal. So, um,
I think
keep
the
your head up.
issue,
Keep your head up,
yeah,
sis. And I'm very proud of you, just as a woman. I feel like, she had, like, she's a woman and she's big and she's a black woman. And I just feel like it's just harsh. It's just really harsh. It's just extra harsh. That's how I feel.
yeah.
For
I
all of
feel
those things. I think that if it was a man, I don't think like she will get.
so much hate. Maybe it will be less. Will
Yeah,
still
I
be
don't
hate.
think she will get so much hate like that. I certainly don't think anybody will be putting down their window and scowling at somebody. And I certainly don't think if she was a man, if that was a man out there, okay, any man, whether he was black, Asian, it doesn't matter. Any man out there, if that was a man instead of a woman out there, that driver would have taken that man. He would not have stopped and done all his little explaining. He will have just shut up, taken his passenger where that passenger got to go.
Yeah, I feel like the
That's how I feel. What
issue,
do you all feel about that? So, that's kind of annoying, but I'm very proud of her. I'm very
yeah,
proud of her because but while I do understand, because sometimes I know, even though it does say 1,000, like I have been in right here, right here in Tanzania, the cars are not, a lot of people don't use like the big cars, right? It's kind of like in London where everyone kind of has like these small, medium-sized cars, right? The compact cars. And that's how it is here. And when I go in the car, remember when I first got here, like I was almost 500 pounds. I probably was 500 pounds when I first got here to Tanzania. I've lost over 150 pounds since I've been here in the past couple of years, right? But when I came here, the last time I had weighed myself, I was like 480 something. And that was like a month or two before I actually got to Tanzania. So and I felt bigger after that. So I am sure I was over 500 pounds when I got here. And I
right.
remember sitting in this guy, like he's a friend of ours now. We met him when we got here. He's poor car. Anytime I sit in it, like the next day he'll tell me how he had to go fix his tire. So I do think it has an impact. I do, even though
Yeah,
probably that car takes, I don't know, 800 pounds, maybe. But, and anytime I go in the car, it's like I almost feel sorry for the door because I keep on feeling like the door is going to snap open because I'm leaning on it, like my belly right on it, like I'm trying to get in. And I mean, how much more can that door open?
yeah.
So I can see someone with their car, right? And I was very particular of my '07 Nissan Quest when I bought it like in '06, and it's like I was very particular about it. I even refused to drive in some areas just because it was like, no, my car don't go to these areas. So I kind of get it, like, and bless the people. There are a lot more Lyft and Uber drivers that I've taken. I have shaken up their car. I gotta squeeze my belly through the door. Like the whole car is shaking as I'm trying to get in the back seat. And these people have been so polite. I mean, Mary, you've gone with me on so many of these doctor visits, rehab,
Yeah.
and all that. You'll be like, hey, could you please just move the seat in? And they have been so helpful. Hold my cane, or even come down, hold the door, come out, lift me up to their up on their truck, lift one leg or push my butt up to get in their car. Like
Yeah.
I have had, for the Lyft drivers, the Uber drivers, I've had much more
Good
wonderful,
experiences.
amazing people because towards the end, I couldn't drive anymore. I've had much more wonderful, amazing people than I have had the ones who drove off. So I just want to say that. And I want to say thank you to those who are so kind, so generous, because these are their own personal cars. I don't even
Yeah.
know if I will do that with my own Mercedes Benz. I don't think I'll be doing that. But
Yeah.
thank you. And thank you to that young woman. She's a young woman. I don't even think she's 25. But thank you to the young woman who is standing strong, sis.
Yeah.
Stand. And I hope the women are behind her. Women are behind her just to say, let them start writing stuff down because there's no need to be shaming us out there. We're already dealing with enough with the weight. We don't need the extra beating us down.
I
No
think
need for
people
that.
just have to be more kind in general. Like, just because somebody doesn't look like you or they don't look the way you think that they should look or whatever doesn't mean you should be unkind to people. At the end of the day, everybody's going through shit, and I feel like we all just have to
Yeah.
be, there has to be more kindness and more love in the world
And working
than
on it too.
cruelty. Yeah, like
Yeah.
you're not
Yeah.
perfect, they're not perfect. So for people to go in the comment section, I can only imagine what they're saying, like
Oh my
just
God.
shut up for two
It's
seconds
vicious.
and don't type
Vicious.
anything in the comment section. Like
Yeah.
if you have nothing good to say, just don't say nothing at all. Like just be quiet,
Yeah.
sit down somewhere because people
Yeah.
need more
Vicious.
kindness. Like it's not an easy world. So I feel like
Yeah.
before you decide to try to go and put your misery off of somebody else, go be quiet, go touch some grass and just enjoy life. Take a breath before you decide to go and be hateful. Have you touched grass? Have you
Yeah.
seen the sun today? Have you thank God that you awake
Yeah.
today to come and type hateful
Yeah.
comments? Ask
Mm.
yourself that before you decide to go be hateful. So that is
Right.
the only message I have. More love,
Yeah.
less hate.
Just,
Just
but
on
you
a
guys,
day-to-day
please get in the
basis.
comments and just put in
Yeah.
the thing, and then put your ideas too. Like, what do you think Lyft should do? I think this is a very good idea to put down the cars. Just specify. I don't take nobody that below beyond 400 pounds. That way, when the person looks at it, it will save them so much, like shame. Like, oh, okay, I'm about 400 pounds, so I can't go in the car,
Yeah, exactly.
right? And then you get someone else. So there
It's
doesn't have to
as
be that.
it's just as simple as putting into the
Go
Lyft
ahead,
thing
Mary.
for the drivers. Just I think that's a good suggestion. Like don't ask
Yeah.
people their weights before they do it, but just say,
Yeah.
"Hey, I
And
don't
she
want to
came up
take
with that.
anybody." Okay, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great idea. So hopefully everything works out
Yeah.
for this young lady, but you guys let us know what you
And I
guys think
really
of
hope
this.
she wins her lawsuit. I hope the Lyft settles. Like
Yeah.
seriously, you should honestly just settle with this woman for no less than no less no less than $1 million. That's how I feel. And the reason why is because her face is out there. All these nasty comments. She already feels like crap. Kind of made her feel worse. And then she went out there to fight because she's a rapper as well, right? So it's kind of like when Prince Harry was like, if Meghan and I, if we don't fight, who else is gonna fight? Like, who's gonna be able to do this fight, right?
Right.
Um, So that's how I feel. I was going to use another example, but people might come for me. But anyway, yeah. So
But yeah, let us know what you guys think,
you
guys,
know,
about
so
this.
yeah, so it's the same
Yeah,
thing with her. She's a rapper, so it's kind of like if I don't go out there, if I am unable to go out there and say this is not
yeah,
right, who
right,
else will do it? Who else will? It
exactly.
certainly ain't gonna be me. Because
Yeah,
nobody knows me, you know. So it's kind of like if she can't do this as a rapper, who's gonna do it on her behalf? What other big rapper do we have that's almost 500 pounds who is gonna be denied Lyft? So good for you. Very proud of you. Very proud.
yes. Yes, y'all. But
Okay,
let us know what you
my
guys think of
love.
this down below, and let's make
Yeah.
sure there is more love and less hate in the comment section. If you ain't got nothing good
And
to
we
say about
love you
this, please pass
guys.
on. But we love
Yes.
y'all, and we will see you guys on
And
the
thanks
next
for
video.
watching.
Bye.